Hello friends, I'm Bardia. As you saw in the previous lecture, I set up a site-to-site VPN using Cisco CP, Cisco Configuration Professional on router 4 on this router, and in this video I show you how to set up a site-to-site VPN using CLI on router 3. But before I start creating the site-to-site VPN, let me explain you some concepts of Cisco VPNs. A transform set is a combination of individual IPsec transforms designed to enact a specific security policy for traffic. During the ISAC-MP IPsec Security Association negotiation, the peers agreed to use a particular transform set for protecting a particular data flow. The other concepts are IKE Phase 1 and IKE Phase 2. We call IKE Phase 1 ISAC-MP. It is used to create a private tunnel between the peers or the routers for a secure communication. And IKE Phase 2 is also known as IPsec. It creates the IPsec or IPsec tunnel used for user traffic. The other concept is SA or Security Association. In fact, Security Association is a relationship between two or more entities that describes how the entities will use security services to communicate securely. The first thing that we need to do is creating a policy. Here you see that I'm on router 3 command line interface. Router 3 is our local router and router 4 is now the remote router. So to create a policy, type crypto ISAC-MP policy 2. 2 is the priority number. If you remember, the priority number on router 4 was 2. We have some different options like authentication, encryption, group, hash, and lifetime. We start with authentication. Authentication. Pre-shared key, we use pre-shared key. And for encryption, we have 3 different encryption methods: triple DES, AES, and DES. We use AES. AES 256. Sorry, 256. And for group, Diffie-Hellman group, as I told you before, the higher number is the better one, the more secure one is the more secure, so we use a group 5. And for hash we use SHA. For lifetime, be aware that lifetime is in CLI is in seconds. You see here lifetime in seconds, so don't put numbers in hours. I wrote 8 hours on CCP, so I do it as well here to convert hours in seconds. You know that every hour is 3600 seconds, so 8 multiply 3600 equals 28,800. And everything is okay. You see that we did all these options. The next step is specifying a pre-shared key. The pre-shared key should be the same as the pre-shared key that we created on router 4. So crypto ISACMP key. I use Bardiox, but don't use a simple pre-shared key on production environment. And type the IP address of remote router. This interface of router 4 is the target. We need to specify this IP address 5.10.100.2. So 5.10.100.2. And we need to specify an access list, those IP addresses that we want to communicate securely. Here 172.16.16.0 is the local network now, and the IP address of 192.168.200.0 is the remote network. You remember that this IP address was the local network on router 4 when we set up the Site To Site VPN by Cisco CP, but it's now a remote network. So we need to specify the access list. Access list 100 permit IP, the IP address of local network 172.16.16.0 with the wildcard 255, and the IP address of remote network 0.0.0.255. And if we had another IP address here on router 4, or even on router behind the router 4, or behind the router 3, we could type the IP addresses. We can create another access list permit. For example, we have the IP address of 172.16.17.0 with the wildcard mask, and it goes to this remote network. I made a mistake here. What's wrong? Oh, I didn't type IP. Simply these two IP addresses, these two commands say that the IP addresses 172.16.17.0 and 172.16.16.0 should be protected if they are going to 192.168.200.0 network. So the other step is creating a transform set. You know that the transform set is IKE phase 2, and it should be the transform set that we create here should be the same as the transform set that we created on router 4. So crypto ISAC MP transform set. My mistake. It's not ISAC MP. In fact, it is crypto IPsec. IPsec transform set, and put a name, type a name for it. IPsec set. And we need to use these two options, commands esp sha hmac and esp aes. Esp sha hmac and esp aes 256. In transform set, we need to specify encapsulation mode. We have two different modes, transport and tunnel mode. We use tunnel, and it is okay now. The other thing is creating a crypto map. Crypto map have an eye on traffic, outbound traffic, and if it is matched with the ACL, it in fact the router encrypt the traffic and send it to the remote router. So to create a crypto map, we need to specify a name for it. Let me show you router 4. Now we are on router 4. Show crypto map. This is the name that Cisco CP created for crypto map, and we use it on router 3 as well. So, and we need to type a sequence number and IPsec ISAC. By using IPsec ISAC MP, the router negotiates IKE phase 2 tunnel automatically. So hit enter. Now we need to match the IP addresses that we put in the access list. The access list number 100. Match address 100. Simply this command says that each IP address that is in this access list should be protected. Otherwise, those IP addresses that are not in this access list should not be protected by VPN. So the other option is set. We need to use set peer and set transform set. And type the IP address of the remote router. And set transform set, the name trans IPsec set, the last step is applying crypto map on the interface. So we need to go to this interface serial 01, or rather 3, and crypto map, type crypto map, and put the name SDM CMap. You see that here, let me show you the SDM CMap 1. This is the name of crypto map. And everything is okay now, and we should have a communication with the other router. Now that we set up both routers, router 4 and router 3, this is the time to make sure if the VPN works correctly. We are in a Cisco CP now, and this is the IP address of router 4, and the status is down, as you see. To test the VPN, click on test tunnel, and this is the IP address of peer router. Click start to see if the VPN works correctly. Yes, the VPN is up, and the communication between the IP addresses are up now, and the status is up here. Now you know how to create a site-to-site VPN using Cisco CP and CLI's command line interface.